Hi, welcome. I'm Small Diamond. This is Wisdom of Photography, and we're just going to talk about 6 pictures here that I selected over the week from the past few shoots that I've done that I think we can gain something from. Just here, these 2 pictures, the difference is if we look at the stats over here, 200th of a second at 2.8 at ISO 50. Okay, the next picture is at the same. Okay, now let's zoom in a little bit just to see the details here. Now if you look, this image here, this gentleman over here, is a friend of mine, David Rosenwasser, the focus hit his eyes, which meant that this gentleman over here is out of focus. The next image, if we look, we'll see now here the focus hit David's nose, which means his eyes are a teeny bit soft, which wouldn't make any real difference. But this gentleman over here is much more acceptable than this image over here, where he's already coming into the world of not acceptable. So just to see the placement of the focus when we're using a shallow depth of field, we always remember with family, with group pictures, we have our back against the wall, so to speak. We want to use the minimum depth of field so we can blow out the background, but at the same time we need to make sure, most importantly, that everybody in the group is going to be sharp. So we have to be very, very precise in the place that we're focusing on. This is just to draw out the point that the difference between focusing on a guy's eyes and the tip of the guy's nose makes all the difference. Okay, now this picture was an interesting shot, I thought, just to show you the difference between 3.2 and 2.2. And I'm not decided. I think looking at it now that I prefer the 2.2 image. But the 3.2 has a certain kind of a certain appeal to it. But this is just to see the difference that we can see by using a shallow depth of field. Even just the difference between 2.2 and 3.2 is a stop. Is exactly one stop, and we can see how big a difference that actually makes. This is my 85mm lens. Big fan of that lens. And now here is the last picture, also staying in the vein of depth of field. This picture was taken at 2.5 at 1600th of a second. It's nice, it's okay, it's a little bit distracting. The background is a little bit light. What's annoying me though is the green shine, which is a reflection from the grass, which is something very, very difficult to get away from, as you probably know. So this image here, taken with flash, there's a little flare there that should have been taken care of. And in regards to the shine, that could be dealt with very quickly in Lightroom. But we can see the appeal. This now is taken at 3.2. We've had to go to ISO 50 because I don't have high-speed sync, so I need to stay maximum shutter speed of 1/200. But we can see we get rid of that green tinge without having to go into Photoshop and jump through circles. Plus, we have given ourselves a nice formed light. So I'm actually a fan of this image. Again, we deal with the with maybe the slight shine that we could get rid of in Lightroom. But I'm a fan of the goal as a good photographer. We need to know all the tools available to us, and we need to know which tool to pull out of the bag in which situation. This idea of I'm a natural light photographer, or I only use flash, or etc., which I hear lots of people say. It needs to be tempered. It's fine to lean towards certain techniques, but you do need to know everything. And a great photographer is the one who knows how to what tool to pull out of the bag in which situation. Okay, please like our videos. It is important because I'm really trying to help this get out there, and it is important that you click like. Just as maybe a thank you for the fact that I'm putting this out there, and a comment as well if you want. Anything's good. Every little bit of interaction helps with the the social networking. All the best. God bless. See you next week.